Dear colleagues, all of the world overcoming the psychological and historical data as 1914 days with the Ukraine crisis. So this is a very terrible, terrible story. How the it's a need to remember how the right now we have a trend for the removing and revision the total and the conclusion of the second World War. It's actually this is a story very important for the world historiography, also not only political. Due to the Ukraine, for example, a simple sample will be another opinion point of view about the Second World War and the so-called for Ukraine, the great motherland and great patriotical war. So by this, it's very important due to the Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia, and all Soviet Union um, but attended in the great great Pacific War. I don't remember, and maybe the parents of the Alexander Lukashenko and uh, sorry, attended in the Great Mother and Patriotic War. Also, the father of the first Turkmenistan president, Zapar Murat Niyazov, have been dead and was killed in the Caucasia, North Caucasia, in the 1942. And the father of the Vladimir Putin was simply working in the one defense jobs in the factory, in the facilities in the Leningrad. And it's very interesting. Um, it's very interesting how the, suddenly after the 10 or 12 yes, after the Putin's power, Putin's image makers find his brother, who was Piskaryov cemetery in the, St. Petersburg. So this is sort of very interesting for the new point of historians in the Russian historians. Yeah, this is uh, the story, but as a part of the Second World War against the Nazis war, and we must to remember some details very interesting for the um, for the modern politicians as a part of the political science. As you remember, I remembered how the Bonaparte and Hitler refused to attack England via the English Channel uh, due to uh, necessary to the safety, the rear safety, rear safety, and they both Bonaparte and Hitler had big ground forces, have a big experience, and certainly mm, via channel psychological for the Bonaparte Hitler have not a big interest for the attack offensive against the England via the English channel and the modern sample the before the New Year celebration tunnel under the La Manche stayed without electricity. This is illustration. And Suddenly the Bonaparte Hitler attacked the, Russia due to they both had a big have experience and modern with the modern weapon, big experience ground forces. And so the British fleet of the Royal Navy, have benefit and more forces against the German and French fleet. Bonaparte, I think, almost have not the Navy fleet. And here another historical analogy. The African story. So the Bonaparte and Hitler have attacked the Egypt and the Palestine, both. This is a very interesting analogy. It's very interesting how the another story. Napoleon attack Palestine during the time Hamlet world economy Hamlet at the Suez Channel. This is I am telling here about it as I am the economical historical economist. And but Hitler is very understood. It's understanding for all due to the channel Suez Channel, the communication break communication between the UK and the India. It's sort of it's I understand, but uh, the mostly historians said this is very interesting due to the scenes Italia to the Tunisia and the Nazis Germany sent forces, and it's very interesting, very big mistake how the Hitler could not to take Malta due to the benefit of the Royal Navy in the Mediterranean. And Hitler refused to take Malta Island and have a descent into the Tunisia and then Libya. This is the nice, very very expensive for the Nazi Germany was due to how the Royal Navy sent in the down to the bottom of the Mediterranean 1/3 ships and cargoes with the tank, artillery, ammunitions. Oh Jesus, food for the soldiers into the bottom of the Mediterranean. Due to the Malta was certainly Malta have very historical significance for the Russian history. The, in the barrier of the 18th and 19th century. But this is a so not a very uh, interesting story for the by the another reason, and this reasons will be studied, maybe studied next time in future. And so the Ukraine front have big significance for the Putin and Kremlin administration. Here, as you understand, and said Donald Trump, he are very disappointed for this situation, and Donald Trump almost right now we have the mm, well-known how the Donald Trump, the modern and dynamical political world have estimated on the Putin power. Donald Trump certainly understands that the Putin must be refused of the liberal idea type of the freedom market, business, democracy. Right now, we have information how the Donald Trump told about the how this is a real support of the democracy. Democracy certainly in the American style. As an example of Venezuela. So meanwhile, some of the crazy ideas of the Nazi Germany to the attack by the submarines, the Florida, and certainly the not amazing how the U.S. Pentagon uh, use war um, War Department organizing and establish a military base in the Macon in Georgia, United States. Certainly, against the perhaps Germans attack in the native ground territory of the United States of America. Also, I don't know, but Oregon also have tested the attack of the Japanese air bomb, which Japanese submarine um, sent launched one of the plane with the one bomb against the Oregon. So the idea of Japanese military war chiefs was to organizing forest fire in the Oregon, uh, uh, in the Oregon, and so the result. So it was a 9th of September, and certainly the need to the movement, and certainly them forget their own territory. This is a blue state, and I think the Oregon will be the swing state in the nearest in the nearest elections. So they have a reason to the attention the South um, South American states. It's very interesting for the midterm, nearest term, as justice told of for the meeting with the representative Republicans majority under the leadership Mark Johnson um, to 3 days ago. So the preparation, the midterm is a very main political aims for the United States. So thank you. As you see, the spectators were started since the 14, 18 days and have the end the midterm in the United States. So thank you. See you later. Bye bye.